Travis Singh, and you have entered into the Fukeries. Alright, so, first things first. What day is it? Somewhere in the beginning of April, maybe the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th, I don't know. But we've been having a couple weeks of the Strait of Hormuz is closed, and we we can't get gas, or we have to get gas from the people we stole gas tankers from when we was doing Pirates of the Caribbean last year, and maybe still are. Maybe there's some deals here and there. Who knows? But thank you for tuning in, and this is the April edition of the Fukeries. As you can see, I am dressed very strangely. I don't know why. I said maybe let's change the dress code today, so we can do something a little bit better. I've also slicked my hair back so I can look like a news person. Does this make me feel journalistic enough? I don't know. I am not a journalist, but I feel compelled to tell you about the fuckeries going on in our government, on our streets, in the schools, in the churches, temples, mosques, whatever you go to. But yeah, there's some horrible stuff going on. And just give me a moment. Let me grab my friend the clipboard, because I don't want to go off into one of my tangents again. And also, if you get a chance, forgive me, guys. I have the worst advertising. But please check out Ahai Peru. I don't know if you can see this on your way. If you're in the Port St. Lucie area on Gatlin Road, it's 772-323-0900. They're located at 1224 Southwest Gatlin Boulevard, Unit 111, Port St. Lucie, Florida 34953. Their hours are 12 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. You can order to go. They've got a lot of specials. They've also got a really nice happy hour. I think it is 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and also some lunch specials throughout the week. So, anyways, forgive me for using the worst possible menu to advertise the Ahai Peru restaurant. They're awesome, and they help your boy out. Anyways, thank you once again for tuning in. Let me just put that thing over there. And we're back today where it all started for me. The one day I got up slightly before the first No Kings, or the second No Kings. I think it was before the first No. I think it was the first No Kings, and then we went, or the second one was coming up, or something like that. Anyways, and this podcast started because I was upset. I was terribly upset with what's going on, just in the daily basis. I expected to have a couple of issues with what was going on from the time they told us in 2024, 2023 about Project 2025. So we knew they was going to try to implement a lot of what I'm just going to go ahead and say is Christian nationalist ideas, white supremacist ideas. Even when you hear America First, that comes from the Ku Klux Klan, early to mid 1900s, probably still being said by them now. And whether you're the Proud Boys, the Boogaloo Boys, I don't know if they used to be the Tea Party, the Klan, neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, whoever it is, MAGA, the Republicans, they have definitely infiltrated our government. They have definitely made themselves known, and it's costing us. Because what they say it is, well, I gotta go get the clipboard, but I'm pretty sure they're saying it's like $1 billion+ a day to keep that Strait of Hormuz closed in Iran. So, got the old clipboard here. You can see how long I've been doing this. You know what I mean? I've been trying to restore voting rights, legalize medical marijuana, all kinds of stuff over the last 20 years. Whether it was in front of the Plantation Satellite Courthouse or Fort Lauderdale Courthouse, or getting arrested for protesting why they were arresting my friend for a misdemeanor one night. But and listen, if you've had your run-ins with the law, if you've been in trouble before, guess what? You can change. You can come back from that. We all make mistakes. We all have hard times. We all got stuff we do that we're not proud of, that we wish we could go back and change, or maybe we grew with it and we're like just a different place right now. So I get that. But one thing I'd like to say is those people, the Trump supporters, talking about the regret and the buyer's remorse, and you're a two-time and a three-time voter. Even the one-time voter, by the third time he was running, you already knew what he was about. You saw he sent his own lawyer to prison, and that guy turned against him. So, in the course of things, like, okay, yeah, as you not being a person actually going out there and actively persecuting anyone, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But you were cool with all the horrible stuff happening to other people, as long as it didn't come to your doorstep, as long as it didn't affect your paycheck, your taxes, your child care, your health care, your family's health care, your Medicare, your Social Security, your FEMA. It's about to be hurricane season, and some of y'all is in that tornado alley where every year the same damn tornadoes come down and thunderstorm and lightning and tears apart y'all roads and bridges and all your houses and everything. And every year we need the same shit, and all that funding is being tossed out the window so he can give $10 billion to his homie here, $10 billion to his Board of Peace, his Shield of Americas. He's trying to give his homeboy, what was that, General Michael something that got arrested. They just gave him like a $1.2 million. This is one of those guys going around in Russia and Ukraine and trying to stir up shit with Giuliani, like way back in the time. So I can't believe we've been going through this for like 10, 12 years now. 2015, 2016, this shit started. My pops was still alive. He didn't like him either. At that time, we didn't like Rick Scott, and we didn't like Trump, and we didn't like, who else? Probably Mitt Romney. But yeah, a lot has changed, but a lot is still the same. You're hearing the same bigotry, you're hearing the same hate, you're hearing the same blaming of minority populations for the actions committed by the majority in power. And I'm sorry, it's not even a majority. The majority of the people in power are pretty much under the heel of a minority of very rich people who are at the top, who are like in the cabinet. And not all of them are just rich. Some of them have access to power, to the military, to the Justice Department, the FBI, the CIA. All right, he's bullying the Federal Reserve Chair, who actually, right now, with all the stuff happening, the U.S. dollar is not dependable around the world. So other countries, including Europe, Australia, and some other nations, I don't know which ones, you have to take a look, but they're withdrawing their reserves, their gold reserves. France especially, like, they've taken back 129 tons of gold from the U.S. Reserve in New York, and they've sold off whatever else is left. And that's the actions of many people who feel like the U.S. dollar is no longer dependable because we are being commandeered by the Orange Pirate. And you guys know he was already Pirates of the Caribbean, like I said before. The deals in that part of the world, Venezuela, Trinidad, Guyana, who have access to those oil fields, I believe it's called the Dragon oil fields. The U.S. is kind of bullying them out of their oil reserves and trying to get the deal out of them to support their war overseas. So now you have people who were prior not involved really, maybe minor. They were already selling oil oil, something like that. But now they have become the de facto person they're getting this oil from. And the oil and petroleum sales were fine with the U.S. under Obama, under Biden, whatever it was. They had their deals. And we didn't have an issue, like so many people are saying right now. I've heard it, but I also thought the same thing. We didn't have an issue up until they started the bullshit. So, as far as that goes, they're in the right. And the rest of the world is in the right too. I was like, don't start no shit, it won't be no shit, but don't also, you got military operatives, bases that are in clear and present danger once you act up. And you're going to put those people's lives at risk. You're going to put civilian lives at risk. The worst part was when the kids got bombed, and you're like, yo, I'm paying taxes so you can kill children overseas. You can do what you do over here to them with your buddies and get away with it, talking about pizza, pepperoni pizza and all that stuff, and people jerky. All that stuff is going on here. You don't want nobody to know about what you do, but you can go other places and kill people, kids that they work hard for, and they try to like make a living so that they can just keep up with the basic shit. And as I always say, it's these rich people who don't got nothing better to do in their life. They feel, hey, let me make these people miserable. Let me see who I can make miserable today. And then the last year, it was like, they're trying to deport people to places they're not from, like the Kilmar Abrego Garcia, that guy. They're trying to send him to Liberia. He's not from Liberia. I think a judge already said you can't fuck with him no more. But the other, and throughout the different states, Republican leadership in the red states. First of all, they don't generate as much money. Texas probably makes a couple deals with a few big companies, but it's all the blue states that produce the revenue of the United States. So you have states and people who don't produce revenue and people who don't pay taxes, like they actively have signed legislation and laws so that they don't have to pay a certain amount of taxes or the same taxes that the rest of us do. They're commandeering the U.S. Treasury to do wars and basically rent out the U.S. military to corporations so that the oil industry can make money, the stock market can make money, because they're priming the stock market every time they say, hey, we're going to open up the strait, we're going to close the strait, we're going to attack, we're going to bomb, we're going to do this, we're going to get oil now. The oil's $100, the oil's $90, the oil's $125 a barrel. What kind of tomfuckery, MAGA fuckery is this? Like, we used to hire people for a job that could do the job. They hired this person because they were like, oh gosh, the president. Oh, we need him back. We can't go to jail. I have a friend, he talks like that. He be upset when I tell him about stuff because he's one of the MAGA fuckers. And the way they go on about this, man, I'm like, you don't have no balls? Like, I liked Obama, but I didn't love Obama. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah, he did a good job. He did all right. I didn't like what he did with some people. I always say I never liked what happened with Gaddafi. But we don't have our trucks wrapped up or our cars wrapped up in a man face and wearing his T-shirt and his hat. Like, that's a bitch to me. And we would have called you something else back in the day if you did that. But what comes into play is that he wants to really be treated like a war hero. He wants him to build all kinds of monuments to him. The Arc to Trump. He wants to put his name on a Kennedy Center. He wants to put his name on the libraries. He's got a plan for in Miami. He wants to build the stupid ass ballroom and the bitch can't dance probably. And I think they said like the ballroom is not allowed to build. You can't destroy it. It's not your property. You didn't get permission. Like, I feel like with everything that's the people's house. That's not your house. If that you can build your bullshit at Mar-a-Lago if you want a ballroom. We don't need you to bring the rest of the Nazi party in and do your stupid ass waltz and talk about how you're the master race. We know what you're about. We all know what you're about. Okay? And if the people who don't know you're about, it's those, oh, President Trump, and those are the same fuckers that make everybody who is brown and black around the world. You want to call us the minority. We outnumber you around the world. And I say we because we are brown and black people. Me, them, us, whatever, other black, brown, Chinese, Indian, Latin, whatever, Mexican, whoever, the Inuit, uh, and even some of the Europeans, they favor us. But what I'm saying is they try to put this narrative that they are the best people in the world, they are God's chosen people, whether it's the Israelite people, Israeli government, whether it's J.D. Vance going to Hungary to say that they're the supreme, albeit of all Christians. And they're using religion to manipulate their demographic, their fan base, their political base, their podcast base. And what's good to see is that, like, recently, whether it's Rogan or Theo Vaughn or any of these dumbasses who enabled this shit in the first place for money, any of these dumbasses, Candace, what you call it, Candace Owens, Shapiro, all these motherfuckers that enabled this shit. Y'all enabled the pedophile, y'all enabled the rapist, y'all enabled the Nazi, y'all enabled Charlottesville, y'all enabled the pandemic, y'all enabled all that shit. Russia collusion. Don't tell me there's no Russia collusion now. You clearly see there's Russia collusion. He just made Putin get the oil tanker to Cuba, and they were like, no, we're not gonna do that, and we're not gonna open the strait. And now you got 2 weeks. You got a 2-week deal, maybe. You know, they bombed these people on Ramadan. They bombed them on Eid. They bombed them on their holy days. All right? That's like, if they come and bomb us on Christmas or you know, another holiday, Mother's Day, some shit like that, you can't blame them. You kill their kids. You kill that boy father. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just like, death to America. Okay, that's all he was saying. He never did it. You know what I'm saying? I always be like, fuck the police, but I never do nothing to them. You know? Except when I cuss them off in my sleep before I go to sleep. Before and after I go to sleep, and when I wake up too. I be like, fuck the police, fuck Trump, fuck his administration, his menagerie of MAGA fuckers. I hate all of them. So, I get my chance to just kind of get the shit off my chest right now. So, yeah. And please comment. Tell me about my outfit. Yeah. Doing this episode really because it's April. I owe my fans, my subscribers, a little bit of something, you know, you can watch. And hopefully eventually I try to do the thing where you get monetized and all that stuff, and we can later come back to this and have some advertisements, so I can be like, hey, at this moment, you're going to see some great advertisements from one of my sponsors. And hopefully it'll be like somebody who makes these things where it helps you straighten your posture. That's what I'm using right now. That's because I have like a posture problem since I was young. I got a car accident in like '03, and ever since then I've had something like a hunchback because I have herniated disc all throughout here and trapezius, and like I have like 3 herniated discs in my neck, so it sucks. Anyway. As I was saying, the ballroom it was supposedly canceled by the courts, and maybe it's approved again. I don't know. That's a stupid thing that shouldn't be happening. That's a business a building that's used specifically for government business. Why are you making it a place of your petty nonsense? And the UFC shit that's gonna be in front of the White House. Man, put our best person against their best person, and whoever wins, we get to pick the administration. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, look, there's got to be somebody in like the Democratic Party. I think there's a guy running in Texas for some office. I don't know whether it's like a senator, or congressman, or something like that. We can have him fight the guy from who's the new ICE guy, the new director of ICE. Oh, he got 2 names, 2 first names. His name is Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne Mullen. What kind of freaking Talladega Nights, Ricky Bobby, shake it back, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, I don't, why y'all be naming y'all like that? But then again, let me just be, my name is Travis Nicholas, the first two. So I do also have two first names, but that's other one is my middle name. It's not connected. It's not Mark Wayne. It's Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne. Like when he was born, his dad was like, "I'm gonna name him both of these names. Do it fast. No, no, no. Don't even leave a space. Just write Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne." Um, and we got to get registered to vote. We got to get passports apparently because of the Save Act. The Save Act is some BS. I put a post up on it. You can take a look. But our Congress, our Senate, our committees, they got to start using their powers that we elected them with. Like, we give them powers to do stuff so we don't end up in this situation. We're not supposed to be incurring a shutdown every couple of months. We're not supposed to be going to kill people without congressional approval. We're not supposed to be hiring people to do construction at the White House without. It's we the people. It's our house. Like, we own that. We all own that. Live, dead, before, past, future. They, unless this guy wants to take it over and make it his personal bomb shelter. The White House has even made. You can check. There's a Russian language White House newsletter kind of app thing going on. So they're clearly making sure people of the Russian language know what's going on easily, so that Mr. Putin can get his daily reads on the MAGA Laro Herald or whatever. I don't want to call it the Herald. I like the Miami Herald. Great newspaper. I used to work for them a long time ago. I used to be the door-to-door guy. Knock, knock, knock. My name is Travis. I'm selling subscriptions to the paper. um, but yeah, man. Over $1 billion a day for the war. You know how many people you could buy a home for, take them out of debt, pay off some college loans like they were doing? This was not necessary. We didn't have to spend that money. And plus, soldiers got, I think, killed. One plane got shut down, or many planes got shut down. Shot down. They had to go save a guy. Luckily, the CIA got a place in Iran, I think, already. Um, and like I said, this is costing businesses, your local friends and family, your local small businesses. It's costing your state. Like the state of Florida right now, we have to have extra security because he's starting all this beef around the world, not just Iran, in Lebanon, Pakistan. I'm sure people in Gaza and Palestine want to take his ass out too. All right, I'm sure there's people in some Venezuela right now. Chavo homeboy don't want nothing to do with you. Um, I'm sure all those Muslims that saw you attack an Islamic nation and those people, whatever sect they're from, they saw you did it on Ramadan and Eid. Make no mistake, they're gonna get their lick back. They're gonna bow. And you know what? I feel like we're stretching out the military and the resources too far. Like, we got NASA in space. I don't know what the hell Space Force is doing. You got some congressman or senator out there talking about he's seen the aliens. But we also got Barack out there saying, hey, there might be some aliens out there. He just hasn't seen them. And Trump said he was supposed to tell us some stuff about the aliens. He still ain't tell us nothing about the aliens. So he's been bluffing us a lot. He's been lying a lot. Remember, he owes us $5,000 for Doge and $2,000 for tariffs, and I feel like he owes us another 20 grand for the recent the Strait of Hormuz shutdown. Like, all that inconvenience, the healthcare cost raise, you cancel cancer research, you deregulated the FDA, people are getting E. coli, salmonella, listeria, all those problems reoccurring as soon as you came back. We need back Joe Biden. We need a Kamala Harris. I want Barack. We need, like, the Trinity or something. Like, give us all of our all stars, because I don't know what to do, and we need to make a few new ones. I think there's a gentleman named Isaiah Martin in Texas. You got Jasmine Crockett. You got AOC, Bernie is the eternal warrior. I just hope we have like a backup robot body for him, um, because nuclear war is bad, and all of them are calling for impeachment right now. They want him gone. 25th Amendment, something impeachment. Get him out. He ain't right. They're saying he's crazy. He's losing his mental faculties. Okay, that's not cool. All right, the midterms. Uh, MTG's seat has been filled by another Republican endorsed by Trump. So same old Klansman bullshit in that area of the country. But the race was pretty close, so that guy should stay around and still poke the bears here and there. Um, the Charlie Kirk shit, I don't give a shit no more. Like whatever Drewski did, that's fine, dog. Like you haven't seen anything like that in the past. Like just a few weeks ago, they was making fun of Obama with the monkey face, him and his wife. So whatever happened to Erica Kirk, they did not change her into a primate. So be happy about that. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, Drewski's still a primate, but he's a Homo sapien, just like you. So it's fine. He's not going against somebody's species. He's not specious. You know, a lot of you guys are specious where it's fine to kill a chicken, it's fine to kill a cow, it's fine to kill a pig, it's fine to shoot a turkey, ducks, stab a bull at the rodeo, but don't you dare uh, abuse that dog or that cat or that hamster. And the occasional people are like their bearded dragon, but there's like I said, there's always hypocrisy. Y'all will go to the rodeo and lock up Michael Vick. All right, say what you say. Y'all will mistreat all kinds of animals. Have veal where it comes from, like I don't know, like a baby cow or a baby lamb. Oh, this is delicious. This is a delicacy. You'll rip the freaking fish eggs out the fish and say, "Oh, this is caviar. This is high class. Look at me, man. It's Raymond." All right, so it actually goes on with upper class shit. And I can't stand it sometimes. And you see the people in the upper class who are running the country right now. They're totally out of touch. And the supporters of President Trump, oh, don't say, the Democrats are getting me mad. They're saying bad things. They want the terrorists to come and attack us. And the Iranian attack us in the last 30 something years I've been here. If they've been cyber hacking us or something, cool. Get on the goddamn computer, hit these motherfuckers up on the PlayStation. But don't keep demonizing people because you're inadequate, because you can't compete, because you're obsolete. You're living in the past. You're still using gas. These people got solar power, wind turbines. I don't know why the president has a problem with wind turbines. And the first thing that always comes to my mind is I remember that there was like a cartoon, but I'm pretty sure there was a book about Don Quixote, and he fought windmills. So, and then back to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was driving around. He crashed his car. He got a fine, a fee, something. But Vince was like, I didn't drive this in a while. And I'm like, how is your wife in charge of the Department of Education? I don't know if they're still married or they're separated or whatever, but Vince was pooping on somebody apparently. I think her name is Janelle Gray or Janelle something. Girls named Janelle are problems. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Um, but yeah, he was doing some extra curricular WWE stuff with this lady, and she put him out on Front Street, and he's probably gonna get away with it because he's rich and knows the president, and it's a shame. And they're trying to destroy the Department of Education because they want to keep us stupid. Pretty soon, the kids are gonna have to enter the Royal Rumble so that they can get a scholarship or maybe even get into a school. It's gonna be. Somebody told me it's gonna be the Hunger Games. I have never seen the Hunger Games. I have never watched the Game of Thrones, Hunger Games. I don't really care for game shows. I do like The Price is Right. I did hear about Bob Barker being a little naughty boy, but he's dead. So was Hugh Hefner. All right, but I think they should have gotten some of the same trouble like Diddy. But you know how it goes. We live in a 2, 3 tiered society where you can pay for play and pay the judge away, pay the crimes and the charges, and just live your life like ain't nothing happened. We live in a world full of gullible, naive people, and then you have these other people who just turn a blind eye to whatever it is. Once they get their convenience and their paycheck and their proximity to power and control and influence, they're happy. Look at that former Department of whatever it is, ICE, the lady, is it Homeland Security? Uh, Christy Nome. She they fired her ass, and then they fired Bondi's ass because they're gonna go after women first. They're gonna go after whoever other colored people first. They're gonna go after the handicap. They're gonna go after the LGBTQ, and then they're gonna start going after the softest white boys they got after they get rid of all the different color people and stuff like that. They're gonna go after the softest of y'all first. So you know who you are, softest white boys. They're gonna go after y'all ass once they finish off with everybody. So be prepared. Like, don't wait till there's not enough of us to fight back. Like, I don't have a problem with y'all saying, "Hey, we fucked up. We fucked up bad." All right, but if we can just unite one more time, we ain't gonna do this dumb shit. We'll listen to y'all. And I felt because that's my life, you know. Like, I went through maybe it's because I don't know how to articulate myself all the time on the spot, and also being drunk and tipsy and all that shit. Like, every so often you can't say exactly what you gotta say, but uh, it's sometimes the messenger. Like, don't kill the messenger, but also the messenger matters to who you're trying to deliver the message to. And sometimes I'm not the right person to deliver the message. But the thing is, like, people have to also understand, if somebody's coming and screaming and yelling at you and telling you, "Hey, this guy's bad to kids, he's bad to his wives, he's bad to his lawyers, he's bad to his businesses, he's got multiple bankruptcies, he bankrupted a casino, his steaks didn't sell, he tried to take out the NFL." And then there's all the stuff he's done recently. Like, when you hear there's a little girl that tried to bite him to escape what was going on in those files, and nobody's doing nothing about it. The new FBI director or DOJ guy comes out and says, "No, we're not going to persecute those anymore. That's bad. You guys are ignorant." He didn't say it like that, but that's just the vibe I got. And I mean, even your local courts, your state courts, you gotta vote for them too. Those judges make their differences here and there. They hold the line. You need those things. It's the local state courts and judges, those senators, those governors, all that shit. They make the difference in how we get to fight back. Like, that Aileen Cannon was the reason he was able to continue to run for president and didn't have to run from inside of a jail or a prison or whatever it is, because she made it that they couldn't testify with Jack Smith's testimony and findings on his investigation. Special counsel investigator Jack Smith from while Biden was president. So, the number one things that got to go on right now is we gotta let him know he's not a war hero. He don't deserve nothing. He don't deserve building his names on no buildings but the ones he purchases in his own property. All right, you can do whatever you want to do in your own house. If they want to give you $500 million to build a house somewhere, you go do it. But don't put your taint on our building that we need to represent us. With your gold accents and your golden toilet and your gawky, tacky ass. I don't know. And then for the Christian nationalists and stuff, the ladies praying for him, all those people putting their hands on his shoulders and shit like that. Y'all are the fucking Taliban. Y'all are the American Taliban. Y'all are vanilla ISIS. You know who you are. Paula White, all the other motherfuckers, Kenneth Copeland, Benny Hinn, and all y'all religious motherfuckers who support this shit. Y'all, like, if there's a hell, yeah, I believe in karma. You're gonna get it while you're alive, motherfucker. But if there's a hell, you're going there too. You fuckers misled all them fucking Christian people, and you're gonna get it for that fucker. I feel bad because I know those people are impressionable. Some of them are gullible. They really believe it. They really think the shit is gonna be working. They really think you're doing the right thing, and you're not. You're just skimming money, robbing the treasury, killing people you don't like, being bigoted. Plotting on ways to steal from other nations. it's disgusting. Um, the hip hop people who are supporting the, man, some of y'all we knew was gonna be sellout anyway. But Nicki really hurt. Nicki Minaj really hurt. But you know what? Since she started looking like a diaper queen anyway, we good. I'm anti diaper booty. All right, those things look weird, but all my best, to her because you're done. They don't want you anymore. I'm from Trinidad. I'll listen to your music, but I'm not gonna buy shit. I'm not gonna go to your concert. I don't follow you on the internet. Speaking of the internet, there's a lot of goddamn influencers and shit, man. I had to go and do like a spring cleaning and delete some of that shit. I'm like, I don't need everybody on here. If you pop up every so often, I can give you a like, maybe I do a comment or something. I don't want to be following nobody. I'm not a follower. All right, if you follow me and like and subscribe, I do appreciate it though. If you don't want to support the channel, it's always money sign the Travis faction, one word, money sign the Travis faction at the Cash App. You can always support if you'd like. But another thing I'd like to bring up is fake Democrats like this Fetterman guy, even like that Catherine Sinema and that Chuck Mancini we had a couple of years ago. There's a lot of infiltrators coming into the party. So the Democratic Party is compromised by AIPAC, the Israel lobby, and we got to get away from those donors. We got to, hey, take your money, man. We don't want it. Maybe you could fool us and give it to somebody else or something like that, but we don't need their money. And with local elections coming up and stuff like that, if you're in the Port St. Lucie area, the mayor's office is up for grabs. If you're a Democrat, you're an independent, as long as you're not a MAGA person, or even if you're a MAGA person and you're one of those people who just say, okay, I'm not this shit no more, and you decided you're gonna go straight with the do things proper and use brain and shit like that. Fine, but it's good to go run for these offices and have good people in there, genuinely good people. But yeah, you got to get that Israel money out. We are not the United States of Israel. Okay, I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. They got their own things. Stop starting beefs for other people, and then stop asking other people to come finish your beefs and fix your problems. That's not how we do it. That's not professional. It makes the military look bad. It makes the government look bad. It makes the congressmen, the senators, and everybody else in the chain of command look bad. And the number one, the president was always, the vice president, the president, all y'all was looking bad anyway. Vance, I don't know why you're in Hungary trying to get more white supremacy. If you don't have enough white supremacy here, I'm sorry for your wife. Congratulations on the kid, but I'm sorry for your wife. They make all those memes about you, and that shit is hilarious. I watch the Dancing JD Vance all the time. Shouts out to Robbie Road Steamer. I love your shit. Shouts out to Matt Chappelle. You're awesome. To Conscious Lee. You're awesome. To Gail Simone. You're awesome. There's a lot of people. Y'all just been keeping me up. The Jolly Ginger guy. Love your stuff as well. There's just people who've been keeping me sane in the insanity, and I appreciate that. Medi from Zateo, Medi, he's amazing. I totally like that guy. The one guy, I forget his name as well. Oh my god! But he's the Palestinian kid who be aggravating the Israeli people. Love him. And I didn't know those people were so mean and nasty. Why are they like that? It's like I understand what the situation is, but it's like the other side is not that hateful. Like you think people who are religious in the Holy Land would be like way better than that, but that's like a lack of class or something like that. But I feel like that came from the European stuff that brought over that nastiness, that classism, that racism, that bigotry. That came from Europe with those in the post World War II. So yeah, man. The stock market is at 50K. Well, she's gone, right? So I'm happy, but I hope she still has to testify. I hope she still has to pay the prices because Nixon's DOJ went prison. And I think what they're trying to do too, pardon me, I had to pick up my thing. I think what they're trying to do too is hold this thing off, Epstein files off as long as they can, because I think Trump is in very bad health, or just going to man that age. But he's doing $10 million for his board of peace, his shield of the Americas. He's reshuffling around his agents to different jobs and assignments. Like no one went to the Shield of Americas. Um, Vance is in Europe, doing what he doing. He's got Mullen over here doing the ICE stuff. Maybe he's trying to make the ICE work out, or not. They're probably still trying to be nasty and mean. Um, the UFC stuff going on in front of the White House. Like I said, I want somebody to they make two of the opposing sides fight, and whoever win, we should be in charge of the administration. We should get our best guy. Like I don't know, Tyson's not. He's not UFC. I'm sorry. I don't know what the UFC fighters, what their affiliations are politically, but if we get the two best, middleweight or heavyweight or whatever it is to go at it in the octagon, and whoever it is, we get like a seed, or we get like you know, we get the administration something. We win. That'd be cool. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to cover those couple things this time, and also just make sure you get out there and get registered to vote, get your passport, get your ID. That Save Act is trying to cancel women voting, citizens voting, naturalized citizens voting. They're trying to make qualified voters only. So you know what that means? They only want their white MAGA voters. Get the message out to your local uh, city council. Get it out to your supervisor of elections. Uh, Call the people you need to call. Let the people in your community know. Hey, get registered. We got to vote in mass, in force, and be ready. Um, they're doing a mass corporate sabotage of America right now to purposely uh, destroy the economy. They're creating drama in our trade deals. All right, there's many countries trying to leave the U.S. dollar as a secure dollar to do their businesses and trade in. Um, what else? Uh, Putin and Netanyahu are effectively controlling what Trump does in some fashion or the other. And we have to be very aware of that because he's not a very, what's the word? He's not a very sane man. So we need sane people in the government. We can't allow this. Like we have to be, we need the adults now. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in this next month or two. But thank you guys so much. Please like, share, subscribe. Um, there's going to be some maybe some active days ahead. I would like to say. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. But thank you for watching the Fukeries. Please check out the other episodes. I have a playlist for the Fukeries on the Travis Ting's channel. Um, what else? I don't know. You know what, guys? Hey, I started a new job, so I'll be making time for you guys. But I officially started some new work. I'm very proud of. I've been trying to get the job for a long time, and I just asked. I talked to the right people, right time, right place. I already had the ball going, and I got in there. Thanks, for all that. Right? Thanks for the support. If you support me, I really do appreciate it. And anyways, you guys have a great day. I think hopefully at the video, maybe when this starts, I'll have my little AI song that I made going. So thank you guys very much, and have a great April. 420 is coming up. Light it up, light it up, light it up. Get your medical card if you need it. What else? And if anybody out there wants me to like and subscribe to their page, please, by all means, put it in the comments. I'll like and subscribe. I like, helping people out and helping, your channel grow on whatever outlet you're using. So you guys have a great day, and thank you for watching the Fukeries.